Hi everyone. In this video we're going to be looking at creating a report for your EYFS. So to get to the report section, it's in the top taskbar here. Just click on reports and you'll be taken to your main overview screen where you can see all the reports that you've got on your account. Over here on the right, this is all the report templates that you'll have available. We're going to be looking at this one today, the EYFS report. So click on that. You'll get this pop-up box here. This is just confirming your template, which is EYFS report, and then you're going to have to select your child. So select the child who you're writing a report for, click add, and then you'll be taken to the report format here. So let's have a look what we've got first. The first thing that you have to do is give your report a title. Reports can't be saved without a title, so it's best just to do that first so you don't forget. The other important thing here is you've got this options box. The status by default will be set to draft. Because you're still editing it, you can change it, and as soon as you click save it will be published, or it will be published for staff. That's up to you, and you can change the date from that box as well if you need to. First thing on this report will be for the child, so details about the child that you're writing the report for. Date of entry to setting will be automatically filled in, as will the date of birth, as will their age. You can fill in any additional information about the child here if you need to. Scroll down, you'll have a details box, staff who contributed to this report, and this is where you can talk about characteristics of effective learning, any staff comments specifically about those areas. One thing before we carry on, you'll see that we've got these hide section, hide field buttons. If you don't want any of these sections to appear in your finished report for whatever reason, you can simply hide them. If you don't want those details, just hide them like that. You can always unhide them by clicking it again, or you can hide certain fields if you don't want their age on there or whatever. The other thing to note is that if a box is completely empty anyway, it's not going to show up on your finished report. So just keep that in mind. So once we've done those, the details and the overview, you'll start seeing the 7 areas of learning. So the assessment data is going to be auto-filled by Tapestry. It's going to take the latest assessment snapshot from the summative assessment screen. So if you wanted to change that, if you wanted to change the period or what type of assessments you see, you can use this button here, and this is explained in this blue box here. So if you click this, you'll get another box pop up, and you can change it from latest assessments to earliest, or lowest age bands, or highest age bands. It's just whatever you want to see at that point. You'll also have the option here to autofill your next steps. You can change the period. So in the moment we're in spring. If you wanted to see a different period, you can click select period there. You can change what year you're looking at, you can change what period you're looking at, up to you, however you want to do it. So each area of learning starts with a section for staff notes, and then scrolling down you'll see the different aspects there, and the age band and refinement if you've chosen to use refinements as part of your assessment process. If you want to see the observations that are linked to this particular area, so all the making relationships observations, you can click that button and then it will give you a list of everything that's contributed to that aspect. You can change this if you need to whatever you feel is best. This will not have any effect on the child's summative assessment screen, but if you change it on the summative assessment screen, it will change it on the report. So it only works that way, so that's good to keep in mind. After each of the aspects, you'll have a box for next steps. Now it does autofill next steps like I talked about earlier. You can just click this button here, and it will give you a suggestion of next steps for the child, and you click OK, and then it just fills them in. It just says here, please note that this will, by autofilling, will delete anything that you've written in there previously, so just to keep that in mind. So just work your way down through the 7 areas of learning. If you don't want to include them all, again, you can hide these whole categories if you're only doing 1 or 2, or maybe 1, it's up to you. You could just hide them and they won't appear on the finished report. But if we just scroll down, working through those 7 areas, that's all fine, and I'll show you what's at the end. You've got a box for child voice here. Now this, when you have finished the report and you've published it, so it's gone to relatives, they can fill this in. That's why it has this blue for relatives section next to it, as does the relative contribution, but you can add the contribution on their behalf if that's been agreed. Okay, that's up to you. So you've got child voice, relative contribution, and then down here is a section for signatures. So you can do your key person signature here. If you click this blue sign button, you'll get the e-signature box, and you can just put your signature in there, complete, and it will put that on the report there. You can remove it with this red button if you need to. Again, this relative signature will be available to them when the report has been published, but you can sign on their behalf, or if they're there with you, they can sign it then. And then you've got another one for managers to sign as well. Last thing before we finish, you can add pictures, videos, Word documents, PDFs to this report, supporting documents, anything that might be relevant, by using the add files, selecting the file, and then start upload, and then that will be uploaded as well. And then you're finished. You can either save and add another if you're carrying on, or just save the report, and you'll be given the draft version of the whole report here. So we can see there's the child's details that we kept in, there's the assessment data, the next steps that we auto-filled. You can see scrolling down, there we go, there's the signature that we added in, and there's a box for any comments at the end. From this page, you can edit it if you need to, you can export, you can publish, make it staff only, you can delete, whatever you need to do, you're all done.